Hey everyone, this is John,
I'm Miranda.
and we're getting ready to watch
The Flash.
on WCPE TV for a daddy-daughter review. We'll be right back right after the episode. See ya. Hey everybody, so we just got done watching episode 2.01.
The Man Who Saved Central City.
The Man Who Saved Central City of The Flash. And before we go any further, let's just say
There are spoilers.
there are going to be spoilers here.
How can you kind of have a review without spoilers?
It's difficult to do. We could just say, I liked it. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the episode here. And when last season left off, we left with the Singularity. And this episode picks up 6 months later.
Yes.
So we get sort of a weird, kind of almost like a dream sequence sort of thing that happens with Heatwave and Captain Cold. Pretty cool action sequence.
Yeah.
We get a little firestorm action in there.
And then they meet up, all of them go to Star Labs. Harrison Wells is there.
Eddie's there.
Yeah, Eddie's there.
What?
Ronnie and Caitlin kiss.
Right, there's all that
And
stuff.
Eddie-
It just doesn't make any sense because we know that Eddie died in the season finale and Harrison Wells died in the season finale, ceased to exist, so it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's all like sort of a flashback dream thing, but for me, the main thing that we got here in this particular episode was we kicked forward and Barry's kind of pushed everybody away. He's feeling a little bit guilty. We got a kitty cat here. Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of pushed everybody away, and he is doesn't want to get anybody hurt. Okay, partially because when we see the flashback that deals with the Singularity, the only way to deal with the Singularity is not only does the Flash have to work, but who else has to help?
Firestorm.
Right. So Firestorm goes up into the middle of the Singularity, and what does he then do?
So Martin Stein figures out that Firestorm has to split in the middle of the wormhole. And so Flash is able to rescue Martin Stein, but Ronnie Raymond is...
We don't know where he is.
Who knows where?
Right, he disappeared. So maybe he's in another reality, maybe he's gone back in time, we have no idea, but Ronnie is gone. Okay? So Eddie's gone, Ronnie's gone, and so those are the two...
Wait, Harrison Wells is gone.
Harrison Wells is gone. Right. But I'm talking about that's Caitlin's husband and Iris's boyfriend.
I don't think he's her husband.
Yeah, because remember they referred to as Mrs. Raymond. Or maybe that was just the dream sequence.
That's the dream sequence.
That's the dream sequence. Okay, so Ronnie's gone, Eddie's gone, and one of the things I like about it is, in a lot of things like this, the person left behind would blame the main character. And so you'd have this split between them.
Yeah. Well, ironically, Caitlin, Ronnie's ex-girlfriend,
Right.
I'd say, whatever, something like that. She blames herself because if she had gotten married to him when he offered, then
Yeah, they could have moved somewhere else and this wouldn't have happened,
yeah.
supposedly.
But
okay?
then the Earth would have not been saved.
Things would have, bad things would have happened. So
A lot worse.
right, regardless. And we don't know for sure that Ronnie's dead. We don't know what happened to him. He's just gone.
He's somewhere.
Okay? So the city wants to honor the Flash. They're having a special Flash Day. They want to give him the key to the city. Flash shows up, but then somebody else shows up.
And a black hoodie, which everyone knows is probably not going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to be a bad guy. So it's Atom Smasher, and what can Atom Smasher do?
So he can enlarge. He's like pretty much invincible in some ways. Like bullets don't seem to harm him at all.
Right. Super
Against
strong.
his skin.
Right. So super strong, he can grow giant, and he pretty much beats Flash pretty good.
Twice.
Right, twice. Flash cannot handle him on his own. He needs some help. So the whole Flash team gets back together, and it's actually Professor Stein who gives him the name Atom Smasher, because that was pretty funny, because then Cisco gives him a hug. Cisco, still awesome.
Who's just like...
Still my favorite part of the show. And so together they figure out a way to take care of Atom Smasher. Now, at the very end, several things happen. One, Atom Smasher reveals that he was just trying to get home, but he doesn't tell us where home is, and he said he told me he could get me home. Who did he say was he when Barry asked?
I can't remember.
Professor. Oh, he
Zoom?
said Zoom.
He said Zoom.
He said Zoom. Now, we don't know who Zoom is yet from the show, but he said Zoom, so we've got to find out who that is. In comics, there's a guy named Professor Zoom. I assume that's who this will be.
Well, he told me that apparently Professor Zoom and Reverse Flash were the same person in some comics.
And some comics are the same, and some comics are different. It's whatever. Anyway, we'll see who it is. The other thing is that Barry's dad...
So, some lawyer guy comes to Star Labs, which Barry apparently now owns because Harrison dies, and he gives him this, like...
Yeah,
USB?
he gives him a video.
Yeah.
He gives him a video that's Harrison Wells confessing to murdering Barry's mom.
So, Barry shows it to the police, and at the end of the episode, there is a reunion between Barry's dad and everyone else on the Flash team.
Right, so Barry's dad gets out of prison, and he comes and he meets everybody else, but then he also tells Barry that he himself needs to go away. He needs to give Barry space, which I thought was weird and kind of sad. I mean, he's given him space. He's been gone for 14 years.
Well,
maybe hang out for a while.
If you give someone space, you set a limit where the space is. It's like when I go somewhere, if I like randomly move to, I don't know, Hawaii or whatever.
Yeah.
And you move, then like when I'm older, then you guys don't live with me or whatever.
Right, but we're talking about he's been in prison for 14 years. Can he hang out for a couple weeks and just like
catch up?
Yeah, exactly. Have a good time. Anyway, and then at the very end of the episode, the whole Flash team is gathered up at Star Labs. They've made a little change to the insignia on the Flash costume. Pretty cool.
The thing he's wearing.
Right? And then somebody walks in the door, and we don't see him in the shadows, but when he steps forward, he reveals, and his name is, do you remember?
Jay someone or other.
Jay Garrick. Now in comics, Jay Garrick was the Golden Age Flash. So there was a Flash back in the 40s and 50s, and then eventually Barry Allen became the Flash. He was the Flash of the next generation. And then sometimes in comics they're on two different Earths, so it looks to me like Barry Allen, he's the one who wears that helmet thing that we saw come through.
Yeah. And remember in the final episode,
right.
There's like this thing that bounces out, like the helmet with the Flash lightning bolt.
Exactly. So I think we're going to see that this guy is going to be a Flash from another universe.
Kind of like the Harrison Wells.
Right.
That except like good. Actually good. And probably not going to trick us.
Right. So I think that what's going to happen is in the first season, all the bad guys were created by the accident at the accelerator. I think this season, the bad guys are all going to have come through the wormhole from another dimension. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what they're going to see.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so this is our first review of the second season. Hope you enjoyed it. And be sure to subscribe and watch all of our daddy-daughter reviews. We're going to try to do reviews of Flash as well as Supergirl. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check us out at the Worst Comic Podcast Ever. All right? All right, thanks everybody. Bye.